welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of highlight and contour with some different products. I have cream on this side and I have liquid and powder on this side. I just wanted to give you my own version of how I like to do stuff. I get a lot of questions on how I typically like to highlight and contour. I just wanted to go ahead and designate a whole video and showing you guys what products I like to use, what brushes I like to use, and also wanted to share like the easiest way to contour versus what might be a little bit more challenging. So yeah, I really hope you all like this video, and if you're interested in learning how to do this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm completely aware that I look like a freaking ghost right now because of this dark ass lipstick, and I have absolutely no contour on, no concealer, so I feel like I look really washed out. But we're gonna contour and highlight today, so I'm anxious for y'all to see it. First thing I'm going to say is I did just go primitive camping a few days ago, and I just got back yesterday, and as you know, you don't have like any running water when you do that, so there was like no way for me to literally wash my face. So I'm like breaking out, like I don't know if you can see it, I have like a breakout right there, up there. My skin is like super dry and dehydrated. I really didn't take care of my skin the past few days. And literally skincare makes a big difference for me, apparently. I've gotten into like a really good routine every day of washing it, you know, constantly taking care of it. So yeah, it looks a little under the weather right now, especially under my eye, which is not the greatest for baking, but I really wanted y'all to see how I do my everyday routine, just in case you didn't know, or if you wanted some extra ideas or tips. This is why I decided to make this video. Now keep in mind that certain products that I use, you know, every day on a regular basis may not work for you. You're definitely welcome to venture out if you do happen to try these products and they just absolutely don't work. This is just what works for me and my skin tone. I would definitely always recommend like getting someone to match you if you do happen to go to like Sephora or Ulta, just to get that like absolutely perfect shade. But today I'm trying to use enough products that I feel like will work for most people. And keep in mind, all of the makeup that I use is for like fair to medium skin tones. If you are having a deeper skin tone, you may just want to go like, you know, 1 to 2 shades darker than what I use. So on one side of the face, I'm going to be contouring with my Anastasia cream contour kit. If you've watched my other tutorials, you've probably seen that I've used this multiple times. I'm going to be doing this on one side so you can see what one side of the face looks like with a cream contour, and then the other side I'm going to be using my new love, the NYX Taupe Blush. I've been using this for about 2 weeks now religiously to contour with, and I'm also going to be contouring with the Tarte Park Avenue Prince bronzer, which is also one of my new favorites. You can always mix and match, like you can always put a little bit of bronzer over the contour at the top, you know, I do that a lot. But some people are really iffy about like using cream versus using contour. Like a lot of people are scared to use cream. A lot of people like the way cream looks blended. I personally think, especially if you're just starting out to contour, the powder is definitely without a doubt going to be like the easiest to use. Cream, it looks really pretty once you blend it out and everything, but it does take a little bit more time. It takes a little bit more effort to look more natural. It can look muddy very, very fast. So if you're just now starting out, I would probably recommend the Kat Von D Shade to Light Contour Powder Kit, which I do not have, and I've been wanting it actually for a long time, but I feel like I just have so much shit to contour with right now. There's really no need for it, but I have been keeping an eye on that, and I'm probably eventually going to buy it. But definitely get like a contour kit. It's the cheapest. It has your highlighting powder already in there, your contour powder, your deeper tones, lighter skin tones. You know, there's one that works for everyone. Buying all this stuff like will be more expensive in the long run. However, if you already have the powder contour kit, you know, and she also makes one, if you didn't know that, she makes the cream and she makes the powder one. The powder one's also really good. I have not tried it. This is the only contour kit from Anastasia that I have. So anyways, let's begin. And also, by the way, if you are wondering what lip I'm wearing today, it's the Jeffree Star Liquid Lipstick in Scorpio. This is one of his new shades. I got it in the mail about a week or 2 ago. Being that I'm so like fair and I have black hair, I really have to be careful when I'm wearing this because it looks really dark on me. However, in the tube, it looks like really light, which is so fucking weird. Like, look at that. That doesn't even look like what I have on, but it is, I promise. So, and also another thing I wanted to share with you guys before I start the whole highlight and contour. Oh my god, this is my new found holy grail, okay, of cleansers. This is a Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser Daily Foaming Wash. I got this from Sephora. I heard about this from a girl that worked actually at Sephora, and I was like, I don't know, I'm always wanting to try new skincare and new makeup. You know, I feel like I can't ever have enough. I can't ever stop trying stuff. So she told me this was her favorite. It also exfoliates as it cleanses your skin of like oil and makeup. It takes all the makeup off, which is impressive because most like little exfoliator cleansers like this, I feel like don't do a good enough job as far as like removing makeup. But this one does. It says reveal softer, smoother skin while gently cleansing away oil, makeup, and surface impurities with this creamy sulfate-free cleanser. It's for all skin types. You use AM and PM, you know, twice a day. Use a small amount on a wet face. So yeah, if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, you can use this. So it's really amazing for anyone. It retails for $38, and I know that's a little bit pricey for a lot of you, and I was kind of hesitant at buying it. I was like, oh, $38. But I'm telling you, like, your skin is going to be shiny after you finish cleansing your skin. Like, it literally cleanses it so fucking good. I would use a makeup wipe first just to take off like the top layer, like the visible makeup, and then use this after to really like clean out the pores. And I promise you, like, your skin is gonna look amazing. My acne was even like clearing up when I started using this, and I got this like 2 weeks ago. She also makes a very, very intense exfoliating treatment. This is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Intensive Exfoliating Treatment. Now you can only use this. This is the small size. This is for like $22 or $25. I got this from Sephora also, but she also makes like the full size, which is not that much bigger than this, for $85. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy an $85 thing when I haven't even used it yet. So I decided to buy this, and you can put it on like certain areas of the face, or you can put it all over, like use just as a mask, like, you know, once, maybe twice a week. It's definitely not safe to use this every day. It's super fucking intense, okay? When I put it on my face, it wasn't like burning, but I could feel like it tingling. It was just a very kind of like uneasy feeling, and it says if you have sensitive skin to only leave it on for literally a minute and then you have to wash it off. But this has like a 5-star review. Like, it has a lot of reviews. If you want to know more about it, I would go to her Facebook page or go to Sephora and read the reviews on this. Get a sample of it. Like, Sephora will give you a sample. That's how I actually found out about this. I got a sample first, then I loved it and I went back and bought it. So yeah, those are the 2 most recent purchases that I've made. I don't think there's anything else that I've purchased outside the Jeffree star. Okay, so enough blabbing. I have so many different contour things that I use, contour products that I use as far as liquid. Like, I have a million different concealers. So I'm just gonna take what I use typically on a regular basis when I'm contouring with a liquid. I like to go back and forth between the Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage and the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. This one is like really, really full coverage. This one is like medium to full coverage, I feel like. So if you're really wanting to take care of any darkness under here or any imperfections, I'd probably go with this. There also is a lot more than 2. I feel like this has lasted me literally forever. I'm still not out of it. I bought this probably a year ago. So yeah, and you can tell I've used it. It's like almost all gone. Hopefully that there's some left. Like, it's not even coming out. Ooh. Okay, there's like a smidge left. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing this, like I said, on one area of the face. I'm also going to be using my handy dandy beauty blender with this. Okay, so I'm taking my beauty blender to blend this out. You can use a brush, but typically ever since I've used a beauty blender to blend out everything, I haven't wanted to use a brush. And if you have one, I'm sure you can relate. This thing is amazing. I use this for my foundation. I use it for blending out my concealer, like liquid bronzers. You can seriously use a beauty blender for everything. So I'm just taking that concealer and I'm going to put it in the areas that I want to bring out. I feel like the purpose for highlight and contouring is just to bring out the center of the face. Just imagine bringing out the T-zone, which is right here. Those are the areas that you always want to be highlighted. So as you can see right now, that looks so freaking bright in the camera, but it doesn't look bright right here. So I just kind of you know, went right here. I'm trying not to go below the cheek area because I'm gonna be contouring right here, and then right here is where my blush is gonna be. So try not to go like so low, and I always like to bring it out towards like the edge of the face. And I also like to go on the side of the nose. Now I know some people, they don't like to do that, but this is just how I like to do it. I notice that it does make my nose look slimmer when I'm trying to contour my nose. So that is why I'm just kind of like going on the side of it. And I'm going to do this whole side first, and then I'm going to go with the cream on this side. Okay, and you want to highlight the chin area. It's going to be like kind of difficult to do like half and half, so I'm going to have to like pick which one I want to do like for the nose and for right here, because if I mix them together, it's probably not going to come out cute. So I'm going to again go with the liquid concealer, just tapping it on the top of my nose just to give it like a slimmer effect. Now I'm also going to go in the middle of the forehead right here. This is like highlighting the acne on my face. I don't know if you can see it, but it sucks. So sorry that you guys have to see that. So that side of the face is done. So before I bake on this side, I'm going to go ahead and contour a little bit first, just because I notice like when I bake and then I try to contour after, there's a line sometimes right here from where that Laura Mercier powder has been like setting, and it obviously does not move. So like I was just contouring and shit, and then it's like a fucking line right there. I'm like, okay, that looks so bad. So I'm just going to contour first. Okay, so I'm going to show you all the different brushes that I typically like to use. Some are old favorites, some are new favorites that I just recently purchased. An old one of mine that I love, which isn't even actually that old, it's the MAC 135 brush. I've talked about this in my other tutorials. It's perfect for contouring. Morphe also makes like a dupe for this if you don't want to spend like $40, which I believe this is how much this one is. But it's amazing, like it really just gets right under that cheekbone. Perfect for the forehead, the chin area. It's amazing. Second one that I really love is the Morphe M23 brush. I don't know why I just like caught my tongue. This one is a lot more dense and it's a lot more shorter than the one I just showed you. So this one is very good if you want that like dramatic contour, and if you don't want to use that much product, this really does the job. I can't remember how much this one was. I think it was like $10. One for blending out cream contour, I always like to use is the Real Techniques buffing brush. I really like it because it's really, really dense. It reminds me a lot of this one, except I believe it's a lot more dense. So it's really good for blending out that cream, because you know cream is a lot thicker than a liquid, so you really want to use something like this. And lastly, my new favorite brush for contouring is the Morphe M530 brush. I saw this on, I believe, Nikki Tutorials, and ever since I bought it, I've been like absolutely obsessed with it. This is only $9 on their website. I love this brush. This is the one I'm going to be using it today. I just love it because you don't even have to do much. It kind of like just does the work for you. It just blends perfectly. It really reminds me of a MAC 217 brush, except a big size. So yeah, I'm going to be using that today. I'm also going to be using my Morphe E4 for the blush today. This one is synthetic. It is very dense. I go between this one and the MAC 129 blush brush, but today I'm going to be using this one. So I'm going to be going in with my NYX Taupe Blush. This one is kind of like a cool toned. I believe this one looks really good on like a lot of people. So you always want to tap off the excess, because if you go in with a ton of product, you're going to look like you're just like, I always like to hold my hair back. And you want to typically start from where above the ear is, which is right here. So you're going to take the end of your brush and kind of go downwards. That is where you should contour. It's not really that great if you contour all the way right here. That's if you want like a really dramatic, obvious contour. If you want something really natural that's not like super noticeable and still looks like your skin, I would definitely stop like once you get to like right here. So let's begin. And I always like to just go back and forth right here, right against the hairline, bringing it slowly towards the end. If you have to make a duck face, that's fine, I would do. It really helps define like where the cheekbone is anyway. And I always like to kind of bring it upwards just so you don't have like a line. Like that. I feel like that looks, you know, pretty natural. So for the corner of the head, the corner of the forehead, if you already have a little forehead, keep in mind that you don't have to do anything up here except like maybe put some bronzer on. But the reason why I'm contouring my forehead is because I feel like it's kind of like big. So I'm trying to kind of bring it inwards by putting shadows in the corner, which gives the illusion that it is indeed smaller. So you only want to stay at the top corners when you're contouring. When you're bronzing, you can go like all over, but I feel like it looks best like this. Bring it down a little bit. This highlight is like retarded. Try to avoid going a lot on the temples. You can bring it over a little bit, but don't make it so dark because you want this to like, you know, pop under here. And it's gonna make it look more enclosed if you go around the edges with the dark. Sorry that I'm talking like a boy right now. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. My allergies are so bad. So now we're gonna go in with the Mercier translucent powder, and we're going to kind of set the under eye first with this. I'm just gonna go in with a Real Techniques contour brush. You can use any brush with this. Tap off any excess, which that's a lot of excess. And I'm just gonna kind of like set the bottom right here. So I'm gonna set right here. So I'm setting the areas right now where I have contoured. So now that you set that, I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm literally just gonna like dip it in here. Now, you don't have to use a ton, but doing the baking method just ensures that your makeup is literally gonna stay in place. So now I'm doing the same technique with the cream and the beauty blender. My hair is like all over the damn place. Going up the side of the nose. Now, I'll be honest, I do like the way the cream like looks. It looks really, really smooth. It covers absolutely every imperfection that you have, any darkness that you have. I will say that, and even sometimes I like to do the light cream highlighter and then use like a powder contour. Like, you can mix it. There's no right or wrong way. There's no rules with makeup. That's what I love. So yeah, I'm just going in with this, doing a little bit on the forehead right here. I'm probably gonna look crazy after all this is said and done, like having two different textures on my face. But I love y'all and I'm doing it for y'all, so yeah. I can't find the brush that I was technically gonna use with the cream, so I'm just going with the random brush. And I'm gonna be going in with the, what is this called? Havana, which is right here at the bottom left. And I'm gonna be going in the same exact area where I contoured the last time. Again, going in the upper corners of the face. Now, always remember, less is more when doing this, because it can get carried away very fast. So now I'm going with a Real Techniques buffing brush and just literally going side to side. Try not to press too hard because I don't want my foundation to come up from underneath it. I really like this side better. I look like a drag queen, but it's okay. I really think that I was a drag queen in my past life. Because I love like that intense like sharp cut, which I know it's obviously not for everyone. So yeah, I'm just going in with the Mercier powder and I'm simply setting this. everywhere that I applied that light shade up. Like that. Now it's time to bake. Damp beauty blender. Patting that right on there. And if you don't have an issue with this creasing throughout the day, keep in mind that you definitely don't have to bake. That's just something extra that I like to do to ensure that everything stays in place. So now I'm just gonna bronze it up a little bit, and I'm actually gonna be going everywhere with this bronzer just to make sure that I look somewhat decent in case I wanna go anywhere later today. So I'm actually gonna be taking the MAC 135 brush, going in with my Tarte Park Avenue Princess. Just going over a little bit what I just contoured, going down here. I just want everything to look very blended and natural. And if any of the Laura Mercier powder comes off in the process of this, it's totally okay. It's still gonna look really good. So now I'm just sweeping away that powder. And now it looks more like a defined chiseled look. I'm also gonna sweep away this. Now I'm sure that you can probably see there's a lot of dryness going on right here underneath my makeup, but that's from not using proper skincare over the past few days, so I'm really disappointed in myself for that. But if I had been using my skincare, it would look a whole lot better. But there's nothing I can do about it now. So yeah, overall, I really like the appearance of the cream side better. Okay, so now it's blush time. I'm gonna be going in with MAC Cosmic Force. I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe E4 brush. Now typically you always want to go on the top of the contour right here. I always like to start on the apple of the cheek, not so much right here, because you want everything right here to be kind of light, obviously, right here. So I'm just slowly following the contour with this. Now I like a lot of blush, so going in. I didn't contour my nose just because I don't really feel like it's necessary, but just to give it a little bit more of a defined look, I'm going in with the edges of what I contour with this. So now it's highlight time. You can use multiple things to highlight with. I have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the like illuminator kind. It's like a cream highlighter. I like to use this, but ultimately my favorite is a powder highlighter, which is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. There's a ton of highlighters on the market right now, especially ones that are affordable. So don't feel like you have to get this one. I just really love this one because it's really smooth, really soft on the skin. It looks very natural. I'm also going to be using my Morphe M509 brush for this. I like this brush because it applies the product very natural. And I always like to go where that light highlighted area typically is. You want to avoid any area of where you contoured, so you typically just want to stay right here. So when light hits it, it's like, bam, bitch, yes. Going on the other side, I just can't believe how dry that looks. Like, that's crazy. I've been rubbing my eyes all morning. I also like to go a little bit on the apple of the cheek. So when you smile, you just look like it's really healthy. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I always like to go a little bit on the center right here at the top. And I honestly like to use my fingers on my nose because sometimes the brush can give it more of like a diffused look and the product gets like all over. So yeah, I just like to tap it like right here. And you can always put like a little bit of highlighter right here above the eyebrow. Also on the forehead right here. Just to make it stand out a little bit more. To make the brows pop more. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes just because they're now white from the powder. Now overall, I'm just gonna be honest, I really think the cream just looks better. I mean, I'm sure you can agree, but it just takes a little bit of extra practice when doing that. My chin looks a little too white. So yeah guys, that is it. And last but not least, I'm gonna set it with the Urban Decay setting spray. So guys, that concludes our video for today. I really hope you all loved it and enjoyed it and learned a thing or two from it. I did use quite a few things, but hopefully I gave y'all a really good idea on like the steps it takes to create this certain look. And if you don't get it the first time, just remember to keep practicing and it will all come together, especially if you're using the cream. You know, just go really lightly with it and don't use a lot of product. Like I said, less is more, but I know you will all master it. So yeah, I really hope that I could help a lot of you out, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment if you have any questions or if you have any tips for me. You already know I'm always out looking for like the new latest and greatest makeup products and skincare products, and also subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed watching it. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.